Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're really digging into MarTech, that's marketing technology, and specifically its incredible power to transform businesses, especially in, well, two really vital sectors, healthcare and education. Our mission really for this deep dive is pretty clear. We want to unpack how these industries can harness MarTech, not just, as an option, but as a crucial proactive strategy for getting into the market and achieving sustainable growth.
Exactly. And to help us navigate this pretty complex but fascinating landscape, we've drawn insights primarily from two key sources. We're looking at the MarTech Game Plan 2.pdf and also the Thailand's MarTech Report 2025. We'll be pulling out the key nuggets of knowledge, basically, to help you get really well informed about this whole evolving picture.
Okay, so let's talk about a really fundamental shift that these sources highlight. It's actually fascinating. Customer expectation, right? They're evolving like faster than the tech itself sometimes. This means those old ways, mass marketing, the one-size-fits-all stuff, they're just, well, losing their punch. Modern consumers, and you see this especially in critical areas like healthcare and education, they demand understanding, closeness, real personalized communication. It's not just about reaching them anymore. It's got to be about genuinely connecting.
Yeah, and the sources show some really compelling trends, shaping this digital age, like this idea that health plus is the new wealth. A striking 48% of people are actually prioritizing health investments above other things. And then there's joy as the new priority. People spending on daily happiness, often experiences like food and services and education. Wow, it's really education experience now. It shifted from just teaching to like a pursuit of life experience. And crucially, Gen Z, millennials, key target groups, right? They expect direct, fast, valuable communication and private too.
Right. And when you connect those behaviors to the market, the challenge for the old strategies becomes, well, pretty obvious. They just can't effectively break through anymore to these new mindsets. And this is exactly where MarTech steps in. It becomes the necessary game changer. It really redefines that interaction.
So what does this actually mean for businesses, say, in Thailand? The Thailand's MarTech Report 2025 points out some pretty critical hurdles for Thai businesses in health and education with MarTech. First, there's this people not ready issue, a big knowledge gap, lack of expertise in picking and using the tech effectively. Then planning not ready. So no integrated strategies connecting marketing, sales, service, it's all siloed. And finally, tool mismatch. Basically, picking MarTech tools that just don't fit the organization's context.
Yeah, and these aren't small problems. These are significant weak points, especially in a market that's, full of consumer choice and facing more international competition. Just having a presence isn't enough. You need that strategic, informed positioning to stay relevant.
Absolutely. And this is really where MarTech shines, isn't it? It lets businesses pivot, go from being reactive to having a proactive game plan. And it happens in three key areas. First, knowing customers better with data and AI. This means using tools like customer data platforms, CDPs, which bring all your customer data together, and CRM systems, customer relationship management, along with predictive analytics. This combo lets you get deep behavioral insights, like, specific health interests or demand for niche learning programs. Think about tools like HubSpot, Segment. They integrate data from everywhere, line, social, website, into one actionable place. Second, MarTech helps streamline teams with automation. Imagine cutting down dramatically on repetitive admin tasks, appointment management, basic chat responses, routine follow-ups. This efficiency, it doesn't just save time. It frees up your team for higher value interactions, building relationships. And third, it enables personalized, real-time communication. And this isn't just, using a first name. It's sending automated emails, messages, content tailored precisely to individual behavior. Like recommended courses for seniors based on what they looked at online. Or health packages for pregnant groups who viewed maternity info. Plus, AI can even help write these messages, craft headlines, pick images. It makes real personalization possible at scale.
And the impact you can measure here is, well, quite significant. The State of Marketing from HubSpot 2025 actually reports businesses using marketing automation saw a, get this, 99% increase in inbound leads in just 6 months, and a 70% higher email click-through rate. That's huge. So it's not just efficiency. It means teams shift from chasing cold leads to nurturing really engaged prospects. It fundamentally changes the sales funnel. It frees up those valuable human resources for the strategic stuff, consultations, complex problem solving.
Okay, so let's explore the essential deeper technologies, the ones needed by industries like healthcare and education that really rely so heavily on trust. These aren't just basic tools. They need to understand users individually, achieve that personalized at scale idea, and respond smartly to complex customer journeys in real time. So what are these core techs? First up, CRM. Customer relationship management. Think of it as the central nervous system. Collects, manages all customer data usage history, satisfaction levels, everything. It's widely used in Thailand. You see B2C CRMs like Chaka CRM, Line CRM, and often HubSpot CRM for B2B. Then there's the CDP, the Customer Data Platform. This was absolutely critical for unifying data from all those different systems and sources, website, app, chat, POS. Puts it all into a single view. And that unified data becomes gold for analysis and driving automation. Next, marketing automation. These are the engines behind your email campaigns, your automated nurture journeys, your retargeting efforts. Platforms popular in Thailand. Think Line MAK, that's Line Official Account, plus marketing automation, analytics, content, CRM, also MailChimp or Brevo.
And increasingly vital, chatbots and AI agents. These aren't just dumb autoresponders anymore. They're systems that learn from users, provide instant answers, even spot sales opportunities. HubSpot Chatbot, Line Auto Chat are examples. And finally, AI-powered analytics and personalization. This uses that rich CRM and CDP data to predict customer intent, offer really relevant content or services. Could be using GPT-based AI for content, lead scoring to find hot prospects, or behavior prediction models.
Yeah, and the Thailand's MarTech Report 2025 shows that a huge chunk, 89% of businesses, use MarTech directly to increase sales and build brand. So it really underscores that these tools aren't just seen as operational aids. They're viewed as direct growth accelerators, a critical investment.
Okay, let's unpack the differences, but also the common ground between healthcare and education businesses when we look through this MarTech lens. If you compare them, their customer lifecycle can be pretty different, right? Healthcare might be short, acute interactions, an ER visit, or really long-term, like managing a chronic disease. Education, though, often involves a long, continuous journey, multiple years, maybe different life stages, enrollment through to being an alum. Their MarTech touchpoints also vary. Healthcare might focus on, sensitive symptom tracking, real-time chat via Line OA, maybe AI triage. Education often centers more on annual lead nurturing, managing lots of content, collecting ongoing feedback, and CRM usage. In healthcare, there's a massive emphasis on CRM with strict type AI and PDPA compliance. Super important due to sensitive patient data. Privacy is paramount. Education focuses its CRM more on that long-term journey planning, guiding students from inquiry right through to alumni status. And trust-building healthcare relies on verifiable stuff. Medical data, licenses, expert credentials. Education builds trust differently, but just as powerfully through feedback. Yeah. Parents, students, successful alumni.
Okay, so given those differences, what's maybe a common trap businesses fall into? Trying to apply like a generic MarTech solution across both.
That's a great point. Because despite these clear differences, the crucial common thread is that both industries absolutely require sustainable relationship development. It has to go beyond just the transaction. So while the touchpoints and compliance needs differ, that underlying goal nurturing long-term trust and loyalty, it's identical. And this is where MarTech is transformative. It enables building and sustaining those vital relationships long-term, adapting to the unique rhythm of each sector. Yeah, it's really important to get that adopting MarTech isn't just installing software. It's a strategic shift. It's about fundamentally enhancing the customer experience. Our sources lay out a systematic 5-step action plan for getting proactive success. Step 1. Set clear business goals. You need specific, measurable outcomes defined. Are you trying to boost registrations, bookings, reduce workload for sales and service, improve retention, loyalty? For example, if your goal is increase health checkup bookings, maybe your first step is integrating CRM with marketing automation for line reminders and automated booking. Step 2. Understand the customer journey. This means meticulously mapping out that whole relationship, from first contact to loyal advocate. Identify the key stages: awareness, consideration, purchase, retention, loyalty. The success blueprints and the sources. They clearly show systematic journey mapping significantly boosts conversion. It's critical. Step 3. Build a usable data infrastructure. This is all about systematically collecting and organizing your first-party data from every channel, website, line, social, CRM. Structure it smartly. Use tags, lifecycle stages, segments. Tools like HubSpot CRM, Segment CDP, Choco CRM are key here, often integrated via Zapier, BigQuery, Webhook. And the Thailand MarTech 2025 data is really telling. 92% of users see data as the most critical MarTech category. It's foundational. Step 4. Start lean marketing automation. You don't need a super complex system right away. Begin with simple, effective flows that give immediate value. Think of automated email or line confirmations for bookings, timely reminders, basic lead scoring even, or follow-up workflows for interested folks who haven't responded in, say, a week. Popular tools: LineAct, Brevo, MailChimp, ActiveCampaign, HubSpot. And Step 5.
Measure consistently and adjust strategy. You absolutely have to track results. Ensure those MarTech investments are paying off. Key KPIs: conversion rate, lead to customer rate, email OpenCTR, retention, NPS, cost per acquisition. CS tools like HubSpot Dashboard, Looker Studio, Line Analytics give you these insights. And notably, that 2025 report, It found businesses consistently measuring MarTech reported increased satisfaction for the third year running.
Yeah, so to wrap up this part, the key takeaway is that MarTech success starts with systematic thinking, not just tools. This 5-step plan gives you a solid foundation for more complex strategies later on, always focused on building those sustainable customer relationships for growth.
So we've got the steps. And as you mentioned, that data infrastructure, specifically around CRM, is just absolutely fundamental. Honestly, the data on CRM's impact is so strong, it really deserves its own focus. Let's talk about why CRM is the strategic backbone. The stats are pretty compelling. HubSpot says organizations fully using their CRM see a 33% higher close rate, and they can cut new customer acquisition costs by over 25%. That's a serious gain at both ends.
Right, and a key insight, I think, from customer journey, from curious to committed, is that effective CRM doesn't start with just picking software. It really starts with deeply understanding that customer journey first, how they find you, engage, buy, become loyal. Without that map, the CRM tool is, well, just a glorified database.
Let's make that concrete with some examples. Think about a private school or university. The journey might start with parents seeing a Facebook ad awareness. Then they research online, maybe download an ebook consideration. That triggers personalized line messages for follow-up conversion. Then they get weekly knowledge emails, engagement. And finally, give feedback as alumni, loyalty. All along that path, you're using email automation, line CRM, lead scoring, form builders, feedback surveys. Or take a wellness clinic. Journey could start with seeing a health article awareness, chatting via line about prices consideration, then attending a trial session preference, buying a full course purchase, getting personalized product recommendations, retention, eventually giving referrals, loyalty, maybe even getting re-engagement campaigns later. So a strong CRM system, it absolutely needs that omni-channel connection linking line OA, email, website, POS data. Needs clear lead status and lifecycle stage settings, robust KPI measurement, CAC, CLV, retention rate, and seamlessly integrated automation, like those email or line nurture sequences.
Yeah, and what's really impressive with tools like HubSpot CRM is how they go beyond just contact lists. They enable real strategic pipeline management. Features like lead scoring help pinpoint your best prospects. Automated nurturing triggers actions based on behavior like send a discount if someone views a service page twice in 7 days. Plus, sales pipeline tracking real-time reports give teams amazing visibility. HubSpot users report, on average, a 70% jump in email CTR, big retention improvements. At the end of the day, CRM becomes the strategy, the blueprint for building that deep, lasting brand customer connection.
Right. And in today's world, people remember experiences way more than ads, don't they? That's why a good content strategy isn't just a nice to have. It's a crucial MarTech weapon, especially in healthcare and education, where trust is everything. Your content has to be easy to grasp, trustworthy, build confidence. It's about the what, the how, and the when. So the leading businesses, they master connecting data with content for real personalization using key MarTech tools. First, a CDP, like Segment or Treasure data, essential for pulling together behavioral data from everywhere. Then, marketing automation platforms, HubSpot, ActiveCampaign, TaxML to send automated content based precisely on interests, health articles to seniors, scholarship info to interested parents, and increasingly AI content recommendation, like a system using Line OA plus MNL, learning from past behavior to offer super relevant new content proactively.
Yeah, and this approach fits perfectly with something like the Scalable Content Framework by HubSpot. The framework says, first, clearly define your ideal customer profile, ICP, like mom looking for a pediatric clinic or HR manager needing wellness programs. No. Next, define your content pillars, foundational topics like preventive health or active learning techniques. And crucially, set up a systematic production process. Interview experts once, then reuse that info articles, short videos, newsletters all year.
This kind of systematic strategy, it doesn't just save creation time. It ensures your content genuinely hits the mark, addressing the specific problems of your audience. And that's vital for potentially vulnerable groups, patients, parents, HR folks, who are looking for brands that truly understand and care.
It's interesting, though, that Thailand MarTech 2025 report. It highlights 92% of organizations prioritize data and plan to boost budget there more than for content tools. Which raises a question, doesn't it? It's not maybe the data is more important than content, but perhaps that robust data infrastructure is seen as the key enabler for effective, personalized content, making every piece count.
Right, makes sense. So let's give some clearer examples of that kind of valuable inbound content for these sectors. For healthcare, maybe a blog series, 7 dental problems in kids under 6, an ebook on diabetes care for COVID patients, an interactive quiz, measure your mental health, or powerful video testimonials. For education, maybe a webinar, Why 2025 is the Golden Year for Hybrid Learning, an email series on 3 techniques to boost learning for ADHD children. It's all designed to draw people in by offering real value, answering their specific questions.
Exactly. So you could say data is the power, content is the frontline weapon, merging them systematically. That's the core of effective MarTech, especially in industries touching people's health and learning. It lets your brand connect meaningfully and at scale.
Yeah, that mass marketing approach is definitely fading fast. The sources clearly show accurate customer segmentation powered by CDP. CRM significantly boosts conversion rates. It's about precision communication now.
Let's talk about some common marketing automation workflows that enable this. You've got email nurture series, those automated sequences after someone inquires, guiding them along. Appointment automation, sending automated SMS or email confirmations, reminders, cuts down no-shows. And crucial re-engagement workflows, sending messages to interested prospects who've gone quiet, maybe after 7 days, nudging them back.
And the real power in good MarTech is allowing those complex if-then conditions. Like, if a customer clicks a specific health article twice this week, then send them an email about related services. Triggering precise actions based on specific behaviors makes communication incredibly relevant. Okay, and beyond pure marketing automation, there's sales enablement. This acts like a secret weapon for sales teams, especially in B2B or high-involvement sectors like private hospitals, higher ed, where sales cycles are longer, need more nuance. Key sales enablement tools. Think live chat and chatbots. They handle basic info 24/7, then escalate to a human when someone's ready for a real conversation. Deal pipeline management. Using HubSpot or Salesforce to track every lead status interested, meeting scheduled, awaiting close, gives total visibility. And sales automation. Creating automated tasks for the sales team, like reminding them to call a lead who opened an email but didn't reply. No dropped balls.
Exactly. And the beauty of integrating marketing and sales via MarTech is that seamless ecosystem it creates. Sales never misses an opportunity because they get warm leads and timely reminders. Marketing sees results in real time and can optimize constantly. It's a powerful synergy.
And when we talk segmentation, examples really clarify it. For healthcare, you might segment by symptoms checkup versus surgery versus physical therapy, or by demographics behavior like office workers at computers 8+ hours a day, needing tailored eye strain advice. In education, segment by student-level undergrad versus grad, short-term versus long-term courses, or target parents looking for specialized classes, coding, English.
Right. So ultimately, effective automation isn't about replacing humans. It's about freeing up staff from repetitive, low-value tasks. That lets them focus their expertise on the high-value human stuff. Consultations, building trust, professional sales closing. It amplifies human potential.
Here's a really powerful truth for businesses now. You just can't compete on product alone anymore. Excellent customer experience, CX, before, during, and after the sale, it's absolutely fundamental, especially in these trust-heavy industries. And MarTech helps build automated service systems that make customers feel genuinely understood and cared for throughout. These automated systems should cover everything seamlessly. Appointment booking, email alerts, proactive post-service follow-ups, even 204/7 help desk via AI chatbots. Like, imagine a hospital using marketing automation linked to patient data, sends annual checkup emails with direct booking links synced to doctor schedules. That's not just convenient, it's anticipatory.
Exactly. And MarTech tools like NPS surveys, survey automation, feedback analytics let businesses measure satisfaction in real time and constantly refine services. Think about a help desk link to the CRM. It gives instant customer history, faster problem resolution, reduced churn. Like that customer relationship explains source mention, businesses with good feedback loops are over 70% more likely to keep customers.
So customer loyalty, it doesn't just come from discounts, does it? It really stems from feeling valued, understood. MarTech helps build that feeling systematically. Through the CRM recording behavior, personalized emails based on preferences, AI-driven recommendations anticipating needs. Let's look at some quick, inspiring, real-world examples from that Thailand MarTech 2025 report. First, Ram 9 Hospital, Rama 9 Hospital. They used CRM and CDP for deep patient behavior understanding. Used AI for personalized recommendations, age-specific vaccine info, checkups based on risk groups. The results, pretty amazing. A 38% increase in campaign conversion, 22% cut in duplicate ad costs, and their NPS Net Promoter Score jumped from 43 to 71 in just 6 months. Another great one. Thani College. They brought in HubSpot for email automation, used CRM to track open house leads meticulously, and had a Line OA chatbot for 2,047 course Q&A. Outcomes, also impressive. 66% more leads from event registrations. Conversion from registrant to applicant shot up from 12% to 27%, and 82% of parents felt closely cared for.
These cases really drive home the point. Great service isn't just nice, it's a direct growth accelerator. Measurable systems help businesses truly get their customers. That leads to trust, satisfaction, makes customers want to love and stay long-term, which I think brings us to a really important question to ponder. As we strive for automation efficiency, how do we ensure those deep connections we build, especially in sensitive areas like health and education, remain genuinely human, empathetic, and truly trust-building? What does care really mean when delivered at scale?
That's a great question to end on. So summarizing our deep dive today, MarTech in healthcare and education, it isn't just about swapping systems. It's fundamentally a shift in mindset and workflows, becoming truly customer-centric, data-driven, and super precise in communication. And to help you gauge your own readiness, here's maybe a quick self-checklist. Ask yourself, do you have clear, measurable marketing goals? Like increasing leads or boosting retention? Do you really understand the customer journey for your key segments? Does your team have at least a basic grasp of COM and automation concepts? Do you have usable first-party customer data you can actually leverage? Have you maybe run a small MarTech pilot campaign, even just an experiment? And finally, do you have the resources budget, team, maybe agency support? If you answered yes to, say, at least 4 of those, you're probably ready to start your MarTech journey with some confidence. And for those wanting to dive even deeper, remember the sources we use to have immediate template and frameworks you can grab. Things like a MarTech strategic canvas, a customer journey mapping template, examples of solving common problems, converting prospects, consolidating data, retaining customers.
And as you continue exploring this, here's that final provocative thought to really mull over. In this increasingly automated world where algorithms often guide interactions, how do we ensure that the deep relationships we build via MarTech, particularly in health and education, stay genuinely human, empathetic, and truly build trust? How do we deliver care at scale without losing its authentic meaning?
Something to definitely think about. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into MarTech in healthcare and education. We really encourage you to keep exploring how technology can thoughtfully enhance, not replace, that vital human connection in these fields.